drink at the Ganges. In a little while I'm going to take part in the ceremony called Arti. It's a ceremony to give thanks to Shiva for the day. And now is the time when people come to get boats to watch the cremations, because this is when most cremations happen, since families prefer to come here at the end of the day. That way, they can take their time and show more respect for the deceased. I find myself thinking about the ceremony I'm watching. It's like a burial for us in Brazil, a moment of deep reflection. When it's someone we love, we suffer a lot. When it's just an acquaintance, we suffer less. But either way, at least for me, every time I see a burial, it really affects me. It makes you realize how life can often be so brief, how fleeting our existence is. So, I want you to pause for a minute right now and thank God for your life. Sometimes everything goes by so fast, sometimes our days are busy days, chores, business, family, right? We want to make money, we want to take care of the kids, get them to school, women at school, grocery shopping, work, men exhausted, stressed out from so much work. And we just can't seem to stop for a moment to say, God, thank you for this day. I think these scenes here can help us reflect a little on that. So, if you can right now, close your eyes for a second and say, thank you, God. Send a quick tweet up there. Send a quick WhatsApp message to heaven, and God will be happy with what's in your heart, happy to know that one of his children is giving thanks. Well, Arun, every Hindu is required to be cremated when they die. That's the main point. People already know that. Now what they're curious about is, can everyone be cremated, or are there people who can't be cremated?
There are 5 types of bodies that cannot be cremated in Hinduism.
5 types? 5 types. Which?
Children under 10 years old, saints. Pregnant women. Lepers, and those bitten by a snake.
Why can't children be cremated?
Children aren't cremated because they don't know the colors of life yet. And it is the same for saints. Pregnant women carried a child inside them, and lepers are believed to be punished by the gods. For types of corpses are weighted down with stones, carried in the middle of the river and immersed together.
Okay.
Those bitten by snakes are tied with banana leaves and left to float in the river because they think they might drink the water, vomit the poison, and come back to life. That's why they don't cremate the bodies. Instead, they allow them to float on the water, following their traditional customs. This unique system of handling the deceased has been practiced and maintained for thousands of years, passed down from generation to generation.
A very ancient tradition, which has lasted for thousands of years. We feel for the families who are here. We'll keep going because soon there will be the Thanksgiving ceremony for the day. And we are going to thank God for life and for the day. It's interesting that at this point the hardest part to burn is the skull, because the skull is very hard. So, there's a moment during the cremation, after a few hours have passed, when an untouchable comes in and his job is to break the skull of the deceased so that the cremation can proceed more quickly. If you're enjoying the video, go ahead and leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to get notifications for new videos. I'm standing right in front of the entrance to the largest crematorium here in the city of Varanasi. The entire structure next to it is set up to help the family with the final act of life. For this person, which will be their cremation. I'm walking through the wood market, where there are also spices used in the ceremony. It's important for us to understand a few things. The deceased can stay at the relative's house for 1 day. After that, they wash the body and wrap it in 2 sheets. The first is white, and then yellow if it's a man, and red if it's a woman. The body is placed on a bamboo stretcher and carried by the children or the closest relatives. When they arrive here, the body is left inside the crematorium. The eldest son shaves his beard and head and comes to buy the wood. It takes at least 300 kilos to cremate a body. It depends on the size of the person. The bigger the person, the more wood they'll need. The family members also go to a shop like this one to buy butter and sandalwood. The butter has a purpose. It helps the body burn faster. It depends. You might ask, how much butter is used? It depends on what the family can afford to buy. You can buy 1 kilo, which costs 400 rupees, or 2 kilos for 800. And the sandalwood is used to mask the odor, the smell that will be released during the cremation. All these materials are handed over to the Dalits, the untouchables who stay here inside. They are the ones who do the work of preparing the pyre and preparing the body for cremation. The body is left there. First of all, it is placed in the Ganges so it can be purified one last time. Afterwards, it is placed on the steps so it can dry. It's at this moment that the untouchables do the preparation. Then, the body is placed on the pyre like a sandwich. They stack the wood, the body, and more wood, and then they light the fire. The fire must also be purchased. It's called the sacred flame, and it is bought by the eldest son. He has to come here and purchase it. The price of the flame isn't fixed. It depends on the person's social status. This whole process can take up to 3 or 4 hours, depending on the body and the situation. Well, these aren't very pleasant scenes. In fact, we can't film this directly out of respect for the people. I can walk by from a distance and show you a little bit, but not the entire ceremony, especially out of respect for the family. When the body is almost completely burned, a part of the man's rib or the woman's hip bone is removed and thrown into the Ganges River. The person turns their back, throws it, and never looks back again. That's also very interesting. Afterwards, everyone who was involved in the entire ceremony goes to bathe somewhere else to purify themselves. Only men are allowed to attend the ceremony. It's forbidden for women. They believe that because women are more sentimental, they wouldn't be able to handle witnessing this kind of ceremony. The moment of cremation is very important because it really is the final moment in a human being's life. Well, I'm standing in front of the Ganges. This sound you're hearing is part of the ceremony that's about to begin, called Arti, the Hindu ceremony of giving thanks for the day. It's like we're in a church, folks. Interesting. Right in front of me there are 7 altars, the perfect number in Hinduism, and 7 Brahmin priests who will lead the entire ceremony. What can I say about today? Honestly, it was wonderful for me. I learned so much, and what I can assure you is that everything was done with a lot of respect. I followed all the rules and boundaries set for me. So, whether I could record or not, and so on. With a lot of respect, I did everything you saw here today. And the idea is really to show you something very different from our own culture. To show how they see life, how they see death. I hope you enjoyed today's tour. If you did, leave a like, a comment, and share the video with your friends. Don't forget to follow me on my social media and also subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. If you want to see more videos about India, just click here on the playlist. And I'll see you on my next tour around this country that's been surprising me. Because, after all, inside each of us, there's always someone who was born to travel. Bye-bye.